Well, I tend to look at things very much in terms of the body. You know, for me, I have an athletic background. My parents were athletes. So everything for me is about the body. And when people have emotional pain or even emotional excitement, there are postures that go with that. And if you hold a posture for too long, it's going to result in pain, whether it's a good posture or a bad posture. If somebody lies on the couch all day, their body's going to be weak and they might develop side pain. If somebody is stressed out and like this all the time, they're going to develop neck pain because their neck is tense like this. If somebody is doubled over due to shame and trying to hide part of their body, maybe they're really overweight and they kind of try to hide their belly, that's going to lead to pain. And there's an emotional aspect to that. There's always emotion, you know, and it's chicken and the egg thing. Sometimes people who are depressed end up in pain because of their posture. Sometimes people who are in pain are depressed because living in pain is terrible. So it's all very complex, and it just interweaves and intermeshes. And when someone comes into my office, I look at their body and I see how they hold themselves and how they walk and how they express themselves physically, and the emotions and the mood and the body all mesh together. You can't separate them, and that's one of the strengths of Chinese medicine, is that it recognizes the inseparability of mind and body. Not really. The whole detox fad is really an issue with the West. Western culture is very influenced by Christianity, which has this idea of purity and sin, and that we need to purge ourselves of sin, and somehow, you know, that we are dirty in the flesh, and so that's part of what leads to this detox fad. You know, most people aren't that toxic. I mean, our environment is toxic, but our systems can do a pretty good job. I think if we make an effort to live healthy and live a balanced life. Chinese medicine is more about balance. You know, Westerners, we like extremes. You know, what can I do? What hardcore thing can I do for 6 weeks to fix myself? What extreme, you know, or on the other side, just give me a magic pill. I don't want to do anything. That's the West. We swing from these big extremes. You know, I'm going to do this diet where I eat nothing but vegetable soup and grapefruit for a month, and then I'm going to be perfect. There really wasn't. I spent a long time, especially in my 20s, not knowing what I wanted to do with my life. And I started going to acupuncture school because it sounded interesting and an interesting way to help people. And when I was 28, I had some experiences with the medicine, and I had this aha moment when I realized it's what I wanted to do with my life. And since then, I've never doubted that that's what I wanted to do. I know that I'm in the right field for me. It's been hard. I've never wanted to quit, though. My father told me to follow my bliss, which I interpreted to mean find something that makes you happy and run with it with your passion, which is what I've done. That's what he did, and that's what I'm doing. If I could do it, I would tell my 16-year-old self that you're going to be an acupuncturist, and I would give myself a list of things to study. I would also try to get myself to focus a little bit more on my life and not mess around so much. I think if there's any young people out there who know that they want to help people and they find the way that the human body works to be interesting and the way the human mind works to be interesting, and they like philosophy, they might want to look at maybe being an acupuncturist.
Thank you for watching A Wise Way. Subscribe to stay updated, share to pass the knowledge, or view our other videos on the left.